Hi, I'm Joel Persinger. Thank you very much for all of your support of GunGuyTV. I'm very, very grateful. Listen, I wanted to make a quick video this morning. I very seldom make videos right on the heels of an active shooter event somewhere. But today I'm going to, because I think this point needs to be made, and it needs to be made in video form, and it needs to be made very, very clearly and very simply, because it's complicated math right here that I'm about to do. So stay with me. I hope you had your coffee for the morning. Stay with me, because we're going to do some really tough math here. And I'm not trying to be lighthearted about what happened in Louisville, but one individual apparently walked into a bank in Louisville and started shooting. And so now every gun owner will be tarred and feathered and painted with the same brush as that individual, just the same way it happens every time somebody does this. These events are actually not as common as they appear to be. They're only common because the media focuses on them for days and days and days and days, unless the shooter doesn't fit their narrative, sort of like the Tennessee shooting that just happened the other day. But let's not get into that. Let's look at this. I started looking this morning because I thought, I wonder how many American gun owners there are out there. Now, I'm not talking about criminals. I'm not talking about people who get guns illegally. I'm talking about just regular, honest Americans who happen to own guns. And so I thought I'd look it up. So I got around on the web and I looked around and I found a couple of estimates in the 80 million range, some in the 90 million range. I found one or two in the 100 million range, which means nobody really knows for sure, which is actually a good thing in my estimation. But I thought, well, let's keep the math easy. Let's just say there's 100 million gun owners in the United States, for demonstration purposes. So I got my calculator on my phone here. Let's see what happened with the person who walked into the Louisville bank. Hang on a second. So if I put in 100 million, there's 100,000, a million, 100 million, and I subtract 1. This is tough math because we got 100 million gun owners. Only one of them walked into a bank and did what they did. So let's subtract 1. That means that 99,999,999 of the gun owners today got up this morning and probably did what my wife and I did. We're gun owners. We got up this morning and we had our breakfast, and in our case, we had our time with the Lord, and then we went to work. And we didn't shoot anybody. That's what gun owners did this morning. One individual walked into a bank in Louisville, Kentucky, and started shooting. And that's where our laser focus should be if we want to determine what caused that individual to do that, why did they do it, not for the sake of making that person famous, but figuring out what can we do to help people who are getting to that point before they get to that point to prevent these kind of things. That's where mental health comes in. That's where not proselytizing mental illness and trying to make it mainstream. That's where all those things come in. But where the guns are concerned, shockingly, the vast majority, all but one, of the gun owners this morning just went to work. They didn't go hurt anybody. So we don't need to go after the average American gun owner here, because they're part of the majority of gun owners. The very, very small minority, we just found out it's 1 out of 100 million roughly, actually go do stuff like this. So we got to figure out how to keep the minority from doing that, not penalize the majority. And by the way, it's not the gun. It was the individual, whoever that individual was. And we'll find out over the next hours and days who that individual was. Right now, I don't know. There'll be a lot of speculation and that kind of stuff. But just to test the theory, I got up this morning and I looked in the gun safe. And you know what I discovered? All of my guns are in there. They're just minding their own business. None of them snuck out of the safe and left the house and went out and shot anybody. So apparently I don't have any assault weapons because I haven't assaulted anybody. And by the way, the gun I will carry today when I'm out and about doing my thing, I'm carrying legally, like the other millions of people around the country carry a gun every day as law-abiding Americans who are carrying legally in their state. And yes, you can do that in California. In fact, I just taught a concealed carry course on Saturday, and there's a bunch more people getting permits in San Diego County that are good throughout the state. That's happening across the state, and those folks are not out committing crimes. So it's not the law-abiding gun owner who are the 99,999,999 who went to work this morning and didn't hurt anybody. It's that one person. Let's focus on that one person and not try to penalize everybody else. Have a great week. Thank you for watching. Wherever you go, whatever you do, stay safe.